have to make our art every single day. We can't live for the big breaks, the parties, the awards, the opening the Broadway show. You know, you gotta make your art every single day. And, you know, technology has evened the playing field for us so much that you can record an album, you can publish a book, you can make a film. You know, you can't just wait for the opportunities from other people to come. You gotta make your art. And then you can feel passionate and inspired about what you're doing no matter what happens. My experiences in creating this piece come from the time not so long ago when I myself was a little wrapped up in the message board world. It's this new social experiment. It's this new world where people from all over the world can come together and talk about things. So in some ways, Cubby's journey is similar to mine. You know, I originally had written the message board for myself to play all the characters, kind of like a Tracy Ullman, you know, little show-off, if you will, of different characters and such. And then I realized that not only would that be insanely difficult to do, you know, because I'm no Tracy Ullman. I mean, I'd like to think I could pull it off, but I don't think it would be anywhere as good as the performances of the actors that you can see in the message board. I had thought I would play a part in the show, and then I realized that this was going to be such a huge undertaking that I needed to step back and just be the writer-director and be able to focus. The timing of writing the piece was probably over a year or so, because I started it and then I stopped and I focused on other projects, and then I finally got the energy to finish it, because I decided that that was going to be my next project. Every day I would write on it, every day to the point of finishing it. And then you know, you write something and you get so close to it and you're constantly going through it and making revisions, and you get so, you can't stand it anymore. You don't want to look at it anymore, you can't read it anymore, it hurts your head. So I gave it to my fiance to read, I gave it to my best friend, her mother ended up reading it as well, and so I got 3 very different people's perspectives on the script and got some notes back, and that was invaluable. When you're the writer and the director, whenever there's less collaboration, you need more input, I think. I just think collaboration is very important. So during pre-production, there was a lot that I had to tackle, you know, get my mind around as far as scheduling and what needs to be done, and getting these actors and getting, you know, music for the credits. And it was thrilling, you know, to start casting actors, you know, to call up friends of mine who I thought would be perfect for the roles. There were people that I knew from acting classes, I'd seen their work and was very fond of it, and they fit the role. I learned a lot. Listen, if you're an actor, I highly recommend you casting something at least once in your life, because you will begin to feel a lot better about your own audition experiences, because you realize what it takes to sit on that side of the table and try to cast a show. And it doesn't become about like or dislike of a person, or they're talented or untalented. It becomes, what do I need? I want this character to look a certain way, and I need a certain energy, etc., etc., etc. Well, one of the things about the actors is that I had no money. So every actor you see in the message board worked for me for free, including people who've been doing film and Broadway. Same thing with the musicians who gave me the use of their music for free. I just think that's a really cool added bonus to this, that as a community we can come together and support each other, lift each other up. So I'm making lists trying to get, you know, different artists' songs and different actors cast, and how's the scheduling, and when can we do the shoot, and where can we shoot, and what are they going to wear. All these things have to be decided, right? And one of the other things that had to be done was the creation of Broadway Universe, the message board that these people are on. Anytime you see a shot of that message board, that was something I had to create. And so there are, I don't know how many, hundreds of screens maybe, that were created just in case I needed them, so that they could be shot over Mark Eugene Garcia's shoulder, or in post-production with just me and the computer. I had to decide, how was I going to shoot this? That this would make sense on the screen. Because basically what you're talking about is a world of written word. How do you bring this to life? How does it make sense to the audience? Quite frankly, I was a little worried it wouldn't work. But then I decided that the way I could do it would be that anytime we're in the third eye point of view of Cubby, and the whole piece is basically seen through his eyes, it would be the camera in my hand, shaky. Anytime someone's posting on a thread, it would be full shot, full screen, on a tripod, SETI. And then anytime it was a private message, it would be a close-up on the tripod, and I would also take the screens and make them small. I was worried, do I need to have private message scoring so that people know this is a private message? What was wonderful was as soon as I started editing, it worked. It made sense. Then there was the whole sequence in episode 8 with the monologues, and I just wanted to go somewhere even more abstract, and I wanted it to be theatrical. I wanted it to be personal. So that's how I came up with the idea that this would be a close-up, the black background, strange lighting from beneath, almost like a testimonial. Also, how in the world was I going to be able to communicate two characters the audience never sees? Somehow, magically, it works that if I just threw up the avatar for WWRD, which is a voiceover, you get it. I wanted to show something of Phantom 69, so the close-up of the hands and the mysterious lighting surprisingly worked. If Cubby, if his only exposure to what these people look like is through their avatar, then should they always be wearing the costume in that avatar? Or after he meets them at the march, do those characters start to wear costumes? And it got kind of convoluted and crazy, and basically my best friend, who's a costume designer, said, John, you should just go ahead and choose to have them wear different costumes for different episodes so that the audience isn't confused about time and you know, all that. It won't look like it's all happening in the same day. You have certain conceits that you want to use to help tell a story. But sometimes you have to cheat reality. So I told the actors, you know, let's just use the clothes out of your closet. It probably would have been better to really have a strong costume design for each character, but I thought what was more important for this was to create a sense of who the character was. And I was very big on collaborating with the actor to decide, well, what does my character wear? It would be wonderful if I could have taken the further step of having the actors in their jobs, you know, at the office, chatting online, or, you know, in a Starbucks on their laptop, whatever. I just wanted to keep it a little simpler than all that for the moment, because I wasn't even sure this was going to work at all, you know. So it was important just to start with a basic idea. These characters at their home. And so each actor, I asked them if we could film at their apartment. And some actors, yes, we filmed at their apartment, we put together a little corner of the room, dressed it, worked with the actor on what objects might be in there, little references to people like you know, TJ had a picture of Harvey Fierstein on the shelf, and I thought that was great, because I know Harvey, and he's lovely, and it was fun to, you know, honor certain actors that way. Maybe a certain playbill was chosen, like Sandra Bernhard, for S.S. Singer's character, because he does cabaret, and some actors, though, we couldn't film at their home for whatever reason. So 5 of the characters were shot in my apartment. Velvet was shot in my bedroom, which is also the actor's bedroom. Yes, he did sleep with the director to get the part. My brother played Phantom 69, and his bedroom was the location for Phantom 69 shots. WWRD did his voiceovers in my living room, which, you know, you don't see where he is. But one corner of my room was turned into Daddy Danger's office, and the other corner of my room was turned into S.S. Singer's living room. And that was kind of fun. It's like, let's just, you know, take my living room apart a little bit and play dress up, you know, create a set.